if falling off your bucket list dream into the ultimate New Year's Eve party isn't just a wish, but a full-blown reality. This is the day and night of the wildest New Year's Eve in Rio de Janeiro, and we lived it and more.
Okay, seriously, we are celebrating New Year's Eve in Rio de Janeiro. Like, what the heck is going on in this world? This is unbelievable.
Brazil has always been a bucket list dream for me, and seeing Christ the Redeemer in Brazil on New Year's Eve, I have dreamt about this for decades. To finally check this off my list and on New Year's Eve is mind-blowing. After what happened in Fortaleza and the fairy tale redemption of Olinda, our last two stops in Brazil, our expectations here for Rio were sky high. Does Rio make the sparks fly? Let's go see. Hi everyone, I'm Leslie, and if you're new around here, travel flows through my veins. My passport is my absolute favorite book, and I plan my next trip when I'm currently on a trip. Hopefully that gives you some indication of what exactly is going on around here. We sailed into port, and there it was, Christ the Redeemer, perched atop Corcovado Hill, arms open over the city. One of my top bucket list moments is happening. It's happening! That lone rock jutting towards Guanabara Bay from Pirmaua is Sugarloaf Mountain. This nearly 400-meter granite and quartz behemoth stands at the mouth of the bay and is instantly recognizable as Rio. You can ride two cable cars 396 meters above the sea to the summit of Sugarloaf. The ascent only takes about 3 minutes, but be prepared to get packed into glass cars with about 65 of your new best friends. This system is the third cable car system ever built in the world, offering 360-degree views over the bay, Copacabana, and the Rio skyline. I booked these tickets online and expect about $25 US per adult. We didn't do this cable car to Sugarloaf because Royal Caribbean had bigger plans for us today, but I digress. Let me continue to tell you how amazing Rio is. This island here, once nicknamed Rat Island, holds a grand secret. It houses a neo-Gothic palace commissioned in 1889 by Emperor Pedro II as a customs house. It became famed for hosting the last ball of the empire, a lavish soiree just days before Brazil transitioned to a republic. For about $10 US, you can take a boat tour across and have access to the cultural museum that it is today. This is Museu do Amanhã, or Museum of Tomorrow. This science museum is a stunning piece of futuristic architecture. Its cantilevering roofline is inspired by bromeliads and seems to float over the bay. As we disembark, Rio was already pulsing with New Year's Eve energy, balloons dangling overhead, crews prepping for our midnight drop, and beats of samba that were all over our world cruise ship. Our cruise gave us a frontline private access to ride the tram up Corcovado. We passed shockingly vibrant city architecture, but then also the favelas that climb the hills here. Rio is definitely a city of extremes. The tram to Christ the Redeemer takes you through the Tijuca National Park from the summit of Corcovado, which is about 2,300 feet above sea level. The views unfold in 360 degrees of Guanabara Bay, Sugarloaf Mountain, the glowing cityscape, and yes, we even saw the Copacabana fireworks set up from here. Do you see those pallets in the water? Once off the tram, you'll arrive near the base of the statue, and from there, there's escalators, elevators, and steps that lead up to this. Inaugurated in 1931, after nearly a decade of construction, stands the world wonder Christ the Redeemer in all of its amazing glory. Standing 98 feet tall with an arm span of 92 feet, it rests on a 26-foot pedestal. And don't miss the small chapel that's inside the pedestal. His outstretched arms symbolize peace and welcome, and locals often call it the city's open embrace, and we absolutely felt that. Yes, lightning strikes the statue a few times each year. Repairs are common, especially to the hands and the head, and on clear days, visibility can stretch up to 30 miles from Corcovado's summit. Pro tip here, you can see from the pictures, and obviously this is an incredibly popular stop, so there is tons of people. So I would recommend that you go either very early in the morning, 8 o'clock-ish, or at sunset, and then you get the sunset views too, and avoid some of the crowds. Be sure to watch the weather because clouds roll in here frequently, and sometimes so much so that the entire statue is covered in clouds. I highly recommend that you get tickets for this online before you get here. We, of course, had a tour and exclusive access, so they took us right by just lines of people. So get your tickets online. They're about $25 US currently. And just remember, this is not only a tourist destination, this is a sacred spot. Standing at Christ the Redeemer at the foot of the statue is such a surreal moment. For so many reasons, we're here on the Ultimate World Cruise. I'm checking off an incredible bucket list item. It's New Year's Eve. We're in Rio in Brazil. It's so surreal. It's overwhelming. And my level of gratitude in this moment just is indescribable. As we come down, look at this. This is the Royal Caribbean staff being escorted for their own tour. And all of us that were standing in line waiting to take the tram back down just went ballistic, clapping for all of the staff of the Serenade that have just taken such incredible care of us on board and have become family to us now. It's just a really special moment. That lagoon there is Rodrigo de Freitas Lagoon, the heart of Rio, they call it. It's surrounded by scenic bike paths. We descended via the tram only for our tour bus to sail right up and pick us up at the curb. Literally, it felt like a red carpet moment. We were whisked off to Asador Brazilian Steakhouse for a private feast that defies expectations. 5-star meats, a vibrant atmosphere, enough Brazilian wines and cocktails to fuel any samba. It was beautiful. Such a beautiful restaurant. The staff was so excited to share their experience with us. Just chef's kiss. And I don't eat meat. And it was still incredible. Back on the deck, it's white night, and we celebrate New Year's Eve in a way you have to see to believe. We were escorted to the #1 pole position in the water. You see the other cruise ships here, so of course, everybody's gonna line up in the water back towards Copacabana Beach because the fireworks are gonna go off there. Remember from the Corcovado, we could see the setup of the firework platforms in the water. So now we've sailed out on the other side of that. We're gonna watch the fireworks in front of Copacabana Beach. Your placement in the water, of course, is very important. And as the world cruise, we got permission to have the #1 pole position. So we were right in the center of all of it. And oh, I mean, really? We had endless champagne, Brazilian music, Brazilian dancers. 2, 1, Happy New Year! Really the wildest New Year's Eve we've ever had, and a day in Rio that we will never forget. Thank you, Rio.
Volare, oh ah, volare, oh ah.
Have you ever checked off a bucket list item like this? I would love to know what the item was. It doesn't have to be a destination, just a bucket list dream that actually came true. What was it? What'd you do? I would love to hear about it. Put it in the comments. This one was special and it's going to be stored in my heart forever. So what'd you think of Rio de Janeiro? Have you been to Rio? I would love to hear that story too. Now we're not done with Brazil. We have a lot of Brazil to go. Next up in Brazil is Uruguay. And if anyone had ever said to me, when or will you ever go to Uruguay? I would have said never. Like, it just doesn't register for me, and we loved it. It's a video you don't want to miss, so just a reminder, don't forget to subscribe. And until Uruguay, and a very special day we had there, one that brought me to tears actually. I'll see you all in Uruguay.